Hey guys, it's Manga Reads, and today we'll be doing a very opinionated video. This video is based on my opinion, my views, so it's not a video on facts, so we don't have to debate about what I think. And this video is 7 reasons why I love Hunter x Hunter. Now let's get straight into the video. It won't be very detailed, but if we need a detailed video in the future, I will be more than happy to make one. The first reason, story progression and pacing, and this one is so important. I love the pacing of Hunter x Hunter. You were in the Yartnu arc and you saw things happening, and the moment you realized you were at Yartnu, you just realized that you had left the Heaven's Arena and you've just seen Gon fight Hisoka. And you thought that was like, yes, let's time for a break, let's get 2 fillers in. Some no, it was not that. We headed straight to Yartnu. After Yartnu, we headed straight to training. Like, I am very happy with the way Hunter x Hunter progresses as a story. I'm very happy with the pacing. It's not slow, it's not too fast. Everything is done to perfection. It's wonderful. It's simply done to perfection, and I love that about Yoshihiro Togashi. I wish he would be more consistent with his releases, but he's working on it, I suppose. Now guys, if you love Hunter x Hunter or you want to get more information on Hunter x Hunter, it's very important that you check out Alexander's channel. There will be a link in the description to that channel, as well as there's a card up above. He is by far the best Hunter x Hunter reviewer on YouTube. Yes, he's better than I am. Anything that I do pales in comparison to what Alexander does. Shout out to Alexander, he's doing a good job. Let's go over and show him some support. Now the second reason, Nen. Why is Nen so important? In each anime series that you will ever watch, there's some underlying concept, there's some theme, there's something that will give each character a certain level of strength above the normal human or creature or whatever it is that is present in that series. For Hunter x Hunter, it's Nen, and I tell you, Nen is so versatile. So let's take a look at Nen for a minute. There are 5 categories, and then there's a specialist. I put specialist in a different branch because there aren't many specialists that we've seen so far. But within each category, there are so many possibilities for how you would develop your Nen ability. There is no useless category, mind you, and each category can be uniquely modified with abilities that suits each character. And it's so wonderful the way each character develops his own Nen ability, and it's even more wonderful whenever a character steals it and attempts to master it. Shots at Crawler, shots at Kurapika, even though Kurapika doesn't steal abilities. Now you guys, if you love Hunter x Hunter, there are reviews and live reactions on my channel. You can check them out because, as you know, the manga is back and we're hoping it stays. It's been wonderful. Point 3, characters and character development. Now the characters of Hunter x Hunter are pretty straightforward. There's 4 major characters, but then now in the manga we've come to realize that it's not about Gon and Killua anymore. So we've seen that characters in Hunter x Hunter do play their part. There is Hanzo from the Hunter exam. I never knew we would have seen him at this point. I expected, given the encounter that he had with Gon, we would have seen him. But he's here again, and he's at the Dark Continent arc. He's going to the Dark Continent. It's important that we look at each other character. Let's take a look at King Meruem, for example. When I first met King Meruem, I hated that guy. When he died, I cried. When I first met Gon, I was like, yes, that's the man. But then when he killed Pito, you were like, damn Gon, you dark, bro, you dark. So each character has so many different ways to be analyzed, so many different things about these characters that it's very, very hard for you to sum them up in one sentence or even a paragraph. Point 4, the OSTs. Yes, the OSTs for Hunter x Hunter is nothing short of magnificent. They're brilliant and I love them. I don't even have to be watching the anime to listen to them. Sometimes I just hop onto YouTube and I YouTube an OST and I listen and I have a really good time. The music, let's take a look at Shia LaBeouf, for example. Do you realize the quality of music that he plays on his violin when he's distressed? And this is just a character in the series. It's not a certain music that's dedicated to a certain type of scene or anything. It's just the character that's making that. And it continues. There are so many things, like there are so many OSTs for Hunter x Hunter that you won't realize them until you start to listen to them without the animation, and you realize just how perfect it made each scene. Point number 5, the fights. Building on the previous point of Nen and how diverse and applicable it is, let's take a look at the fights. Let's take a look at, for example, Castro versus Hisoka. One moment that fight was all in Castro's hand. From the very start, Castro had the upper hand, but the moment Hisoka figured out his ability, using only bungee gum and texture surprise, Hisoka was able to turn the tides of the match without us knowing it. There are so many different ways for Nen to be used in fights, and the fights themselves are perfectly choreographed. But I do love how the fighting takes place. It's not all bronze and muscle. And building on Nen again, given that you can add a restriction and a pledge to your Nen ability and enhance it, that makes it even more possible, all the more likely that you can never take a character for granted. Remember, the characters are so deep and so complex, you never know why they're trying to do the things that they do sometimes. Now, the animation, and this goes very much in hand with the fights and the OSTs and everything. Because remember, I haven't been reading a lot of manga. I don't like the manga, but I've been growing to love and appreciate the manga, given that there's no more anime and I want to keep close to Hunter x Hunter. However, the animation is exemplary. It shits on Naruto. No, not Naruto. It shits on One Piece, and I'm sure you guys know that One Piece's animation is atrocious. It's god awful, and I'm not hating on One Piece. I'm just stating facts because I do love One Piece. But the animation for Hunter x Hunter is beautiful. It's crisp. It's clean. The important scenes are very much highlighted, and each anime will have some bad scenes. Yes, that's very important because it's made by humans. But for the most part, it's clean, crisp, and consistent throughout, and it's really pleasing to the eyes. Yes, very much so. Let's take a look at the last point, and this is the point that really ties everything together. For me, this is the very main reason why I love Hunter x Hunter, and it's the complexity. Looking at Hunter x Hunter from the surface, let's ask what Hunter x Hunter is about. It's about a guy, or a kid, Gon, who sets out on a journey to find his father, Ging. And when he finds Ging, what happens? We don't know. But let's take a look at what happens before he finds Ging. He meets Killua, he meets Leori, he meets Kurapika, he meets Kite, who is basically a father figure in his life. Let's forget about Gon for a while. Let's take a look at the spiders. When we heard about the spiders, and I'm sure this goes for a lot of people, myself included, we thought they were a bunch of bloodthirsty bandits who killed without any meaning. The familial bonds that everyone has with each other. Yes, there seems to be many small factions within the spider, but the commitment, the loyalty that they show is second to none. And the love that they show, the mourning that they gave for Yuvo when he died at the hands of Kurapika, it's something to look into. The complexity of Hunter x Hunter is so deep. Let's take a look at the Chimera Ant arc, for example. Heading into the Chimera Ant arcs, the first thing I saw was that first child, Colt, and his little sister. And I was like, yeah, these characters seem pretty nice. I could get to like them. And the next moment I know the fucking author killed them. I was like, you son of a bitch. I was literally pissed because I was like, you gave us two lovable characters. They had really good potential. Young kids taking care of their mom. Come on, that's cute. Everybody would love that. And the next thing you know, they're fucking dead. It's not even 10 minutes into the episode and you kill them. And then at the end of the arc, they come back. And they come back in the most beautiful way. Never mind Colt. He was always there. He was always a boss. But when we realized that his little sister was that bug chimera, it seemed more like an ant though. It was such a beautiful moment when she reunited with her mother, and her mother always knew it was wonderful. And there are so many moments like this. For example, when Gon met Gin, I thought that Gon would be upset for some reason because not having her father around must have been a little bit hard to take. But the way that Gon spoke to Gin, it was really beautiful. I did like that they came to have an understanding of each other even though they just met. And I could go on and on about Hunter x Hunter and my love for it and how complex it is and how beautifully written it is, but I won't do that. I can't do that. It's not the time for that. So guys, 7 reasons why I love Hunter x Hunter. Let's take it from the top. Story progression and pacing, beautiful. Then, extraordinary. Characters and character development, done exemplary. Take note of the manga series, take notes. OSTs, perfect. Fights, really captivating. I won't even start talking about Crawler versus Hisoka because we don't need that. Meruem versus Netero, nah. Animation, top notch. Clean, crisp, clear, and complexity, my style. That's it, guys. It's been Manga Reads. Like the video if you did. Check out my channel for more Hunter x Hunter related videos. There's also One Piece and Naruto Boruto Next Generations. And in the future, there will be more topics to discuss as well. Thank you, guys. I'll see you again soon.